Hey fam, what's good? What's good? What's cooking? What's happening? What it is? What it look like? So get on down. It's your main man, Coach Will, Bill, William, man, million names. Look, um, we just want to welcome you, join you. Let's do this Ecclesiastes walk. We're doing a fast. I'm fasting with some of the members of the Street Side Prayer Team. Who are also fasting along with the church for 21-day fast. My fast was just a little bit longer. I started the first day at 1 second after midnight on January 1st. And I'm gonna go to the end of the month, January 31st. And I'm just petitioning and asking God to really do some dynamite, phenomenal Christ revival type stuff, revelation type stuff. And walk in it, reveal it to me, manifest it in me through me, and I want to walk in it, and that's what I'm all about. So I'm asking God for favor in this area, asking petitioning Him in this area, and fasting for it. Right, fasting and prayer, stepping up my prayer, stepping up my fast. So I'm not as my sixth day of fast is so funny, right? So first few days, man, really ain't no problem. Like, whoa, this gonna be easy, right? A fast should always be difficult, not deadly, difficult. So my fast is water only during the daytime. At nighttime I can eat, but at nighttime is more like a Daniel fast. So I'll be eating grains, fruits. I eat bread and stuff like that, but no dairy, no sweets, no sugars, no sodas, no none of that stuff. I don't usually drink sodas, no way, no juices, none of that stuff, unless I use the juicer to juice it, right? So pretty austere. Decide tonight we're gonna make a vegetarian pizza, but we're gonna use went and bought some non-dairy cheese, and I'm hungry, right? So day 6 is starting to kick on in a little bit. So if I sound flat, I'm so sorry. Scripture tells us, man, don't run around with a long face, sackcloth on, telling everybody, man, that you fasting and everybody feels sorry for you, blah blah blah. Now just get it done. But the truth is, man, I don't feel energized right now. So I'm gonna try to fight past that. If you got any questions about fasting in your life, again, this is setting the tone for my 2025 and beyond. If you have anything in your life, man, if you have anything, look, why in the world continue life the way it was last year? Why taking it to next year when you had ability and capability to change it, right? Think about it. Why struggle with the same struggles we had last year and the year before? It's ridiculous. Or expect something to change this year if we don't do anything different. They call that insanity, right? So we're being insane just about. I'm done with that, fam. So that's what's up with me. You can go ahead and write me some comments if you want. We can have a dialogue discussion. I can give you some tips, help you out, do whatever I can do, right? On fasting. In the meantime, I'm going to stop running my mouth and jump into Ecclesiastes chapter 2. And I did a Ecclesiastes introduction, which is totally interesting. So Ecclesiastes is King Solomon, right, in his later years. And people say he sound miserable, and I agree, he sound pretty miserable. And he passing on some wisdom. So we read Proverbs, I read Psalms separately, and now we're doing this. So that's all of this. That's a lot of King Solomon and King David right there in it, right? So let's talk about the vanity of self-indulgence. The vanity of self-indulgence. I think this is something we all, family, is a living word right here today. So let's jump in and see what happens. Chapter 2, verse 1. I said in my heart, come now, I will test you with pleasure. Enjoy yourself. That's what he said to his heart. I will test you with pleasure. Enjoy yourself. But behold, this was also vanity. People tell you, man, you only live once, man. YOLO, YOLO, all that. Don't pay that. Don't fall for the dirty tricks, fam. I said of laughter, it is mad, and of pleasure, what use is it? I searched with my heart how to cheer my body with wine. My heart still guided me with wisdom, and how to lay hold on folly till I might see what was good for the children of man to do under heaven during the few days of their life. Did you catch that? I made great works. I built houses and planted vineyards for myself. I made myself gardens and parks and planted in them all kinds of fruit trees. By the way, I'm planting a fruit tree down in Palaca in the garden in the park with fruit trees in Palaca. I kind of enjoy his. I cherish that too. But I tell you what, I pray over it, right? And I tell God, I say, hey God, you love the garden. You put us in a garden, and I ask Him to bless it. But let's see. So maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, huh? I made myself pools from which to water the forest of growing trees. I brought male and female slaves and had slaves who were born in my house. I had also great possessions of herds and flocks, more than any who had been before me in Jerusalem. I also gathered for myself silver and gold and the treasure of kings and provinces. I got singers, both men and women, and many concubines, the delight of the sons of man. You hear that? You got to get that again. And many concubines, the delight of sons of man. That means he got the finest of the fine from all over the world. The delights of the Son of Man. Verse 9, so I became great and surpassed all who were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me, and whatever my eyes desired, I did not keep from them. He's like, yo, I want that over there. Look at her, she bad. Come on over here, girl. He did everything. He said he wanted it, it was his. I kept my heart from no pleasure, for my heart found pleasure in all my toil, and this was my reward for my toil. Then I considered all that my hands had done, and the toil I had expended in doing it. And behold, all was vanity and a striving after the wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun. All them treasures. And he like, man, that stuff was an absolute waste of time. I can't get that back, and my time is coming to a close. Let's talk about the vanity of living wise. Verse 12. So I turned to consider wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do who comes after the king? Only what has already been done. Then I saw that there was more gain in wisdom than in folly, as is more gain in light than in darkness. Okay, so he said, I went with foolishness and follies and indulging myself. That didn't get me nowhere. Let me go ahead and pursue wisdom. Let me see what wisdom got. I'm going to go ahead and pursue wisdom. All right, so wisdom. So remember, each one of these were his goal for that phase of his life. That's folly was his pursuit. That's what I'm going to do is folly. Wisdom is my pursuit. That's what I'm going to do for wisdom's sake. Verse 13, then I saw that there is more gain in wisdom than in folly, as there is more gain in light than in darkness. The wise person has his eyes on his head, but the fool walks in darkness. And yet I perceive that the same event happens to all of them. Then I said in my heart, what happens to the fool will happen to me also? So let's take a look at that. So death comes to the fool and the wise man. Scripture says multiple times, look, it rains on the good and the bad alike. The sun shines for the good and the sun shines for the bad. Solomon goes on, he says, why then have I been so very wise? And I said in my heart that this too is vanity. This also is vanity. For of the wise, as of the fool, there is no enduring remembrance. seeing that in the days to come all will have been long forgotten. In the days to come all will have been long forgotten. How the wise dies just like the fool. So I hated life, because what is done under the sun was grievous to me. For all is vanity and a striving after the wind. Hey, can I take something about the wind, striving after the wind? Hey, we've harnessed the wind, have we not? We made boats that use sails that sail around the wind. We turbines that capture the wind and create energy, right? We've done some great things with the wind. But chasing after the wind? Let's talk about the vanity of toil. Verse 18. I hated all my toil in which I toiled under the sun, seeing that I must leave it to the man who will come after me. What's the old phrase? You can't take it with you. And who knows whether he would be wise or a fool, yet he will be master of all which I toiled and used my wisdom under the sun. This is also vanity. He's saying, look, man, I did all that. I'm going to die. I can't take it with me. The next king going to get all this. He may be a cold-blooded idiot and blow through it, all of it. So I turned about and gave my heart up to despair over all the toil of my labors under the sun. Because sometimes a person who has toiled with wisdom and knowledge and skill must leave everything to be enjoyed by someone who did not toil for it. I'm with you, King. This also is vanity and a great evil. This time he said great evil. He added great evil to it, right? What has a man from all the toil and striving of heart with which he toils beneath the sun? For all his days are full of sorrow, and his work is vexation. Even in the night, his heart does not rest. It is also vanity. I gotta agree. There's nothing better for a person than that he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. This also I saw is from the hand of God. Verse 25. For apart from him, who can eat or who can have enjoyment? For to the one who pleases him, God has given wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner, he has given the business of gathering and collecting. Only to give to one who pleases God. But to the sinner, he has given the business of gathering and collecting. Only to give to one who pleases God. This also is vanity and striving after the wind. There it is, fam. King Solomon is breaking out strong with it. He's saying, look, we keep chasing our own pursuits. It's a waste of time. We want to get employee of the month, employee of the year. We want to get raises, promotions. We want to be coach of the year, sportsman of the year. We want to get all these things. We want to be jigger pimp of the year, right? Got all these honeys, man, I can go knock off. We want to do all these things in pursuit of gratifying ourselves. This is all so fine. Now, I don't encourage nobody to go into depression like he chose. But he said that's also fine. So what's joy there? Stay tuned. Let's see what he tells us what joy is. Bless you. Bendiga. Baruch Shalom. Peace.